YouTube, what's going on? And welcome back to Overlord Alex Gaming. Funcom just revealed the new Filmic Archive DLC for Dune Awakening. And if you've ever wanted to look like you walked directly off the set of the Dune movies and into Arrakis, apparently September is your month. The Filmic Archive is coming to PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 5 on September 22nd for $9.99 US dollars. And unlike some of the previous cosmetic packs we've gotten, this one is pulling directly from the visual style of Dune Part 1 and Dune Part 2. And after watching the trailer, there are definitely a few things here that caught my attention. So let's go through what we're getting, what I think looks the best, and ultimately whether $10 for this DLC is something I'd actually recommend. Let's get right into it. Starting off is probably the most recognizable piece in the DLC, and that is the Aegis of the Unwalked Path. This armor is inspired by the Fremen holy warriors we see in Paul's visions in Dune Part 1. And I'm not going to lie, this looks pretty sick. We spent a lot of time running around Dune, looking like somebody assembled our armor out of whatever they found at the back of like a Harco Village Home Depot, so getting some gear that actually pulls directly from the movies is something I'm completely on board with. This is definitely up there as far as one of my favorite armor designs they've added to the game. I really think they're cooking with this, and let's check out the other ones. Next up, we have the Caladan Stormcoat. This is based on the coat worn by Paul and Duke Leto in Dune Part 1. This one is almost the complete opposite of the Aegis. Instead of looking like you're about ready to lead a holy war across the known universe, you can now look like you're about ready to stand dramatically on a cliff looking over on Caladan while Hans Zimmer plays in the background. I actually like that they're adding additional outfits that aren't necessarily just another giant piece of combat armor. Character customization is one of those areas where Dune has a lot of room to expand, especially with the console audience coming into the game pretty soon. This is probably just the beginning of Funcom digging deeper into the movie archive as well. We're also going to get additional film-inspired outfits beyond these two headline pieces, and this is where I'm curious what you guys think, because there's always a debate with cosmetic DLC about how much content actually justifies the price. Now, if any of you guys were around when they had the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, when there was horse armor, you know that sometimes the DLC is just not worth the squeeze. In this case, I think with the $9.99 for the Filmic Archive, we're getting a good value proposition here. Now, if you're not a builder, then I'd probably say it might not be worth the squeeze, but considering that we're getting a 73-piece Sardaukar building set, I think the builders in this game are going to go crazy over this. So let's talk about that for a little bit. 73 pieces. I think the last couple DLC ones we got were like, a third less than that. And this is like a sizable one, guys. So this is probably the biggest part of the DLC in terms of the sheer amount of stuff you're actually going to get. This isn't a couple of decorations to throw in your existing base. This is a 73-piece building set that looks sick. I love it. Okay, this has definitely got the Dune vibe to it. It's got the Sardaukar aesthetic. This is something that I think all the builders are going to start using. I mean, this just blows the other DLCs out of the water, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, there's just so much to it. So I think they're definitely saving some of the best, building sets for last at the end of the year. So the Sardaukar one, this is a great one to really get me motivated to build another base. So we're getting a total of 7 total outfits for this DLC besides the 2 that I just mentioned. I mean, we're getting the Atreides Hoplite armor, we're getting the Long Haul Still Suit, the Unwalked Path armor. I mean, we're getting the Harkonnen Cataphract armor. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that's coming here, guys. And on top of that, we're getting 2 extra emotes, a swatch. We have the new Sardaukar sword that's coming with this as well, the Oathblade. I mean, this all looks really nice, and actually it's a good amount of content for a DLC. I mean, and all of it is substantive so far. Overall, if you guys are a builder, I really think this DLC is worth it. I mean, $10 to basically have the coolest building DLC so far that we have as far as the cosmetics go. I would take that. But this is a smart decision on Funcom, to release this around the time of the console release, but also as we get closer and closer to Dune Part 3 coming out. I think their strategy, just from what I can tell, is to continue to release DLC that does cross-media tie-ins with the movie and the universe itself that's been put on the big screen. So I cannot wait to see if they come out with more movie-inspired outfits, weapons, emotes, all that sort of stuff for this DLC. I mean, You know, we have this really cool emote of wiping off a sword coming with this DLC as well. So they're really diving deep into the lore of Dune with this. So, in my humble opinion, I think this is worth the $10 personally. Even if you're not a builder, the cosmetics alone, they're pretty cool. I think the emote is pretty cool. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this DLC and what armor, outfit, building set do you want Funcom to add next. It might be movie inspired. And guys, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for this channel. It goes a long way for the algorithm. I'd love to keep putting out more videos for Dune Awakening and other games that I cover. And I hope you enjoyed today's showcase of the DLC. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.